This is Dinner DeeAs with an idea for dinner that's easy, quick, and healthy. As we stir fry a chicken lo mein with a side of pork wontons, perfect for entertaining or just eating. Back with us today in the Dinner DeeAs kitchen is Chef Alyson Zildjian. She studied classical cooking in Switzerland, now runs a culinary consulting company in Sarasota, and today brings us some Cantonese cuisine. I mean, my friend, that is a lot of C's right there, but bring it in first and foremost. It's so great to have you back inside the Dinner DeeAs kitchen.
Thank you. I love coming back and
we
seeing
love
you.
having you because
love playing.
Chef Alyson has 2 ideas for dinner to share. Later, we'll be making a chicken lo mein, but first, authentic pork wontons, a quick and easy appetizer, and also something that you can make ahead of time. Put them into the freezer, you got them on demand.
Yeah, that's what I normally do, is I'll make these up ahead and freeze them, and then this way we can have a quick appetizer, throw it into some soup.
You're ready.
You know,
and
we're ready.
You have everything in bulk, so why not just make a little extra, save it, freeze it.
All right,
so what do we got to do first then?
So we have about a pound of ground pork.
Okay.
This is some Napa cabbage.
Now, if you didn't want to use ground pork, do you have any other kind of substitutions there that might work?
We definitely love turkey, ground turkey.
Turkey?
Because, you know, what's happening here is our meat is going to absorb all of the wonderful flavors.
Okay.
And we're really going to get the flavors of the fresh ginger and the garlic. So using ground turkey, which is way less fat and obviously healthier.
Sure.
You know, again, like I said, we're looking for those flavors. So turkey, pork, shrimp, beef, whatever you want. I mean, but authentic Cantonese wontons are with pork. So
I love
that's
it.
what we're doing.
All right, all right.
Okay, so we have some Napa. I've got some green onions, and by the way, these are from local farms that
Very cool.
I visited. I've got some fresh ginger. So we got a little ginger, a little garlic, and well, this is our sesame oil.
Okay.
So you want a little sesame. And then I have some cooking sherry.
Okay.
Okay, so there is some Asian sherry you can use, but I had regular sherry.
Okay.
This is a white pepper and a little bit of salt, and then a little sugar.
A little sugar.
Just not too much. And then we're gonna combine this. Why don't you, if you wanna mix that up with your hand, and then we're gonna add the egg in, and that'll help just bind it when it's cooking. So you can see we have a good amount of the veggie in there. That's gonna give it some flavor. And then we're going to, once that's mixed up, let me just add our 1 egg. I'm just gonna get rid of this. Now, also when you're making this, if you wanna get the filling up ahead and stick it in the refrigerator while you're getting your other things ready, that's also, so that all kind of marinates, that's fine. But since we are, we need one last ingredient.
Okay.
Is a little bit of soy.
If you want to whip up these wontons for your dinner, grab Chef Alyson's recipes at dinnerdeeas.com, where you can print them out or follow along on your phone. Just scan the QR code to find us by opening the camera app. No new app to download, just the usual camera. As if you're about to take a photo, then point at the TV, and if the box in the corner is in focus and in frame, a link to us will pop up on your phone over the image. Okay, what's next?
All right, so we are going to make our wontons. These you can get, they come like this in a package. Usually you find them in the produce section is where I've found them, or in the fresh, you know, in the refrigerated section.
Easy to find though.
Yeah, I think every grocery store pretty much just has them. And then also, if you visit your local Asian store, you're gonna find all the ingredients that you need. Okay. Okay, so we are going to lay these out, and you can't put too much in the wontons, obviously, because they'll burst open. Okay. So we're gonna lay one out. First thing we do, this is just water. So we put water all around the edges of the wonton. Okay. And then we're gonna take about a teaspoon.
Okay, so this bowl right here, this is gonna make a lot then.
Yeah. That probably a pound will probably make you like 40.
I love that.
There's about 50 in here, so you can make a whole package.
And then you could freeze whatever you
don't.
You don't use.
You'll see. We'll put them out. So now we're gonna fold it up.
Okay. So you're just taking it right now to form like a nice triangle here.
Yep. And we kind of seal it.
Okay.
Yep. Seal all the corners.
Okay.
All right, and then just get a little bit of wet on your fingertips.
Okay.
Hold it up like this, and then we push it in and just pinch it on the end.
Like so?
Yeah, beautiful,
Okay.
right?
Very nice. It's so easy.
So easy.
Okay.
And then they don't take time. And you know, this is a family fun thing. You
Okay.
can get all your kids involved, get everybody, your hands washed.
I love it.
And get all the kids doing like a Sunday afternoon activity when you're looking for something to keep them busy.
I love that.
You know, I always got my kids involved in cooking, and now they are amazing.
And they're
amazing
just doing their thing
chefs.
because they were with mom right there.
Yeah,
just
and they
doing
eat
their thing.
everything. You know, didn't have picky eaters.
See, that's the joy right now.
Yeah.
I'm going through that right now, and like
Yeah.
I had Holden like doing really well for a little bit, and then it's like, I don't know about that one. And with
Yeah.
Shem now, it's like, so any tips?
Well, I mean, basically, they're not going to go hungry.
Okay.
So I just put it in front of them. But the other thing is getting them involved in your cooking.
Yeah.
Give them a little plastic knife, have them cut up some vegetables. Then they feel like
They're part of the process.
They're part of the process. And then, of course, they're going to feel pride and want to eat whatever
Totally.
they made, right?
All right,
So they
I think
make
we've
good-
got a couple that are done. What do we need
Yeah.
to do with these next, though?
So we're gonna pan fry these. Again, I said like you can boil them, you can steam them, you can deep fry them, put them in a soup. We're just gonna pan sear them. So I have a little bit of sesame oil,
Okay.
just to get some flavor. But we talked about earlier, you know, this doesn't have a high smoking point. We don't want to burn our.
Sure.
So I've got a regular. This is an avocado oil.
Okay.
Or you can use.
So you're getting a little bit of that flavor from the sesame oil, but really you're trying to also have this avocado oil help with that smoke point.
Right,
Okay.
right, because we are pan frying it. So you can see how I think it's hot enough. See how it's like kind of separating
Yep.
there? So we should hear a little bit of a sizzle.
I see that sizzle. I hear it.
Yeah. And yep, now it's starting to sizzle.
Oh, yeah. And how long should these take? Since we're not deep frying these, we're just trying to get a nice like bottom
and
here.
they're not frozen, so
Yeah.
they're going to take a lot faster. Basically, what we were trying to do is just get the pork cooked inside
Yeah.
and get a little golden brown on it. So we're going to probably go like 3 to 5 minutes, a couple minutes on each side till we start seeing it golden.
Very good.
You know?
We're going to fry these fellas up while we take a break. When we come back, we wrap things up for our wontons and give you the down low on making lo mein ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs as we create Cantonese cuisine today with our friend Chef Alyson Zildjian. And yes, she is related to the musical instrument people, and maybe you can help me because I just want to live out my innermost Ringo, maybe a few symbols. I
Okay,
don't
yeah.
know.
All right, after the show, I can hook you up. After the show.
Chef
All right.
Alyson is here, though, to share her recipes for 2 dishes for dinner. In a moment, we'll be making a chicken lo mein, and before the break, we made authentic pork wontons. Before the break, we made the filling for our wontons using ground pork, but you can switch it out for turkey, beef, shrimp, whatever you like. Then added in cabbage, green onions, garlic, ginger, sherry cooking wine, sesame oil, sugar, white pepper, salt, beaten egg, and just a little soy sauce. Then put a little bit in each of our wonton wrappers and pan fry them in some avocado oil and sesame oil. They look fantastic. They're crispy on the sides there. Golden brown is what you were looking for. But can we taste them now?
Oh my gosh, of course.
Okay.
That's what this is all about, right? We got a taste plate. So I have a little sweet chili sauce.
Okay.
I just think it's very delicious. You know, there's other people can use different sauces, but we have a sweet chili.
Okay, go for it.
You're gonna go right in. I just put a little bit on here. All right. I'm gonna.
I
have
see
you
one for
try it
no,
first.
no. You go, ladies
All
first. Come
right,
on now,
thank
ladies
you.
first.
All right. Yeah. Taste the ginger, garlic, a little of the cabbage.
And that pork brings so much flavor behind it.
Easy. Right?
Super quick. Super quick. You don't need to do this online. You don't need to order anymore. We can literally just have the takeout and the take-in part of it all.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, make them up ahead and freeze them, you know.
I love it.
On those days you're busy.
What's next?
All right, so now we're gonna prepare the chicken for the chicken lo mein.
Cool.
So I have, these are actually chicken breasts, and I buy a Springer Mountain Farm. I like the Never Ever antibiotic free because I always like to do things that are healthier.
I love it.
So I don't buy commodities. So, you know, the key is, see how it's getting fatter up here. So lo mein, we want it bite size.
I love
so I'm
it.
just
And
going to
lo
slice
mein
it up.
actually comes from the Cantonese word for stirred noodles. Did you know that?
I didn't. Stirred noodles?
Stirred
All
noodles.
Right. Okay. So the key is that you want all of the chicken to be about the same size so it cooks at the same time.
Perfect.
Right? So I have a pound here, and this serves about 4 people.
Okay.
So I'm starting on the end like this, then I cut it down the middle because it's thicker, and again, like I said, it's quick. So when we stir fry, the key, and you know, the thing about stir fry is very healthy. The biggest challenge, I think, is just getting all your ingredients at once and chopped up. That takes the longest.
It's the preparation.
Right? It's the prep, but it goes very quickly.
Because it's just, you got to be in the moment there.
Right. So again, you can do your mise en place, which means a place for everything in its place. You can do it up ahead of time, and then just it goes very quickly because we're going to go on a high heat on this wok.
And is there any kind of keys to know how hot it should be, what you're looking for?
So when you stir fry, you really want it on a high heat, and you can almost see it smoking. See how you can't tell on TV, but I can feel the heat is like up to here.
Yeah.
And that's what you want.
That's what you want.
It's almost just smoking because it's so quick. Okay, I'm just doing a little bit of salt and pepper here. I had raw chicken on it. So a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, because we're making our sauce later. And we're gonna hit this. I am using some sesame oil. So we think this is ready, right? Yeah, we got. I
see smoke.
Okay, we got a little smoke. So I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of oil.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going with just a little bit of garlic, a little bit of ginger.
And you can start seeing it. It's already starting to cook really, really fast. So this is that whole moment that you're saying.
Right.
Have everything eased out. So that way then when you get to this moment, you're just ready to rock and roll.
So you're going to use just a little. And the thing about our chicken is when you see the recipe, we're cooking the chicken because it takes a little bit longer than some of the vegetables. So we're going to stir fry this chicken 3 to 5 minutes till it's about 90% cooked.
Yeah.
Because then we're putting it all back together. And one of the things you don't want is your chicken to get like that chalky, like overcooked.
Overcooked part of it all. Sure, absolutely.
So we're going to see how we're going to get a little bit of color on this. And stir frying, you're constantly moving it. So it's a high heat, a small amount of oil.
Okay. And to get that beautiful sear. And also, grab the recipe for this lovely lo mein and our wonderful wontons. Head to dinnerdeas.com where we have them ready to print or read along on your phone while we cook by scanning the QR code down in the corner of the screen.
So we're just keeping going 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah.
And that's that right there. It's coming along really nice. But we have to take a quick break. When we come back, the lo mein part of our chicken lo mein and how to cook your own sauce to cook with it. Ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Well, welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're making takeout for eating in as we cook up chicken lo mein and authentic pork wontons with our guest chef, Alyson Zildjian. She runs Zildjian Consulting and brought us ideas for dinner that are easy, quick, and healthy. Before the break, we finished up our wontons, then got started on our chicken for our lo mein, dicing chicken breasts into equal-sized pieces so that they can all cook at the same speed. Seasoned them with salt and pepper, then heated a little sesame oil in our wok and cooked up garlic, ginger, then added the chicken, and importantly, we kept it moving while it was cooking.
That's right. That's stir frying.
That's stir frying right there.
That's what we're doing.
So chicken is done for where we need it to be because it's going to get applied in just a little bit here.
Right.
So walk me through what I need to help you do over on this pan here.
So now we're going to put in that oil.
Okay.
And we're going to get a little bit of a little bit of garlic and ginger.
A little bit of garlic and ginger. Got the ginger going in. And this is going straight into a little bit of that sesame oil here.
Yeah. You can put
the whole thing?
Put all the ginger in there.
Let's go
not?
for it.
I love ginger. It's so good for you. It's an anti-inflammatory. All right. Throw the garlic in there. Do half that garlic. And then we're going to throw those carrots in first because those take the longest.
Okay.
All right. And then again, you got to keep moving here. Keep moving.
Okay.
Toss that. So we're going to do the carrots for like 2 or 3 minutes. So when you're doing this, you know, I do it in order of how things are going to cook.
Sure.
So, you know, you could even, you know, blanch your carrots a little bit in advance if you want.
No, but you had really nice thin slices, so they should cook up nicely and get to a nice tenderness that you want it to be at.
All right, and then we're gonna throw in some of the peppers.
Okay.
Get that going. So, you know, stir fry that up a little bit.
Okay.
All right, and we'll do up some snow peas, because the whole thing is that we want it to all be cooked together and not be like soggy. I like a little bit of crunch to my, you know, we want it cooked, but
we want to have a little bit of that bite behind the integrity of that vegetable.
Yeah. So we've got snow peas, carrots, peppers. We're stir frying that up. I have some shiitake mushrooms. You want to throw those in next.
Okay.
And then get that going. Just hold in your pan because you're going a little very aggressive with your stir fry.
You know, like you said, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. Just keep moving,
very
gotta go fast.
aggressive with your stir fry.
I was so aggressive. It's like mushrooms are coming right out of it.
Yeah, and see, so once you see like, okay, that's incorporated, then the last thing I have is there's some nice bok choy, a great, you know, Asian addition. Again, when you're stir frying, you can use whatever you have in your house. If you only have carrots and peppers, that's what you're doing. If you have some celery, broccoli, you know, onions, that's the great thing about cooking for yourself and doing the DIY, as you say.
Sure.
Is whatever we have, we have.
Absolutely.
All right, so while you're stir frying and throwing our vegetables around,
I'm just having a time of my life over here, and you too can, because to stir fry this sensational supper for yourself, grab the recipe from Chef Alyson at our website, dinnerdeeas.com. If you got your phone out anyways, just scan the QR code down there in the corner of the screen and find us fast.
All right. So should I start making the sauce?
I think so, because I'm really just keep moving.
Okay.
I'm just moving along here.
All right. So I'm going to add our soy sauce. And actually, like I said earlier, I'm using Tamari. A lot of people are gluten-free these days, so I have a gluten-free low-sodium Tamari.
Okay.
I have some hoisin sauce.
And what's hoisin sauce?
Plum sauce. Little plum is the base for that. Plum sauce, very popular.
So it's a little bit thicker and just has a nice sweetness behind it?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I have some sesame oil, and I have some fish sauce, or you can use the oyster sauce.
Okay.
Gives a little flavor. Okay. So our sauce is done. What we're going to do at the very end is we are going to add some cornstarch to get it all thickened up.
Okay.
Now those look good. Let's
drop the heat.
Turn it down a little bit, because I know we need to cook, because we're going to put everything back in.
Okay.
I don't know if, okay.
Very good.
I think we're going to make our noodles right now.
Boom.
So these are a fresh lo mein noodle.
Okay.
And we've got boiling water. They cook very quickly.
Where do you get fresh noodles from?
I went to the Asian store.
So you went to the Asian market, but if someone wasn't able to go and they just went to their grocery store.
You can use a dry.
Yeah.
You can use a dry.
Okay.
And again, you can even use, I mean, these are a lo mein noodle, but you can do stir fry with a rice noodle, soba noodles that are buckwheat.
Yeah.
You know, you really have fun with it. Do what you like. There's no right or wrong. The key is just not to overcook,
or to overthink it. Just have fun with it,
right? Or throw the vegetables
And with
around.
that, we're taking one last break. When we come back, our last step for our lo mein ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We've been making quick Cantonese cuisine today with Chef Alyson Zildjian. She runs Zildjian Consulting in Sarasota. And we've been stir-frying ourselves chicken lo mein and authentic pork wontons. Before the break, we finished stir-frying the chicken, set it aside out of the wok, and then cooked up some garlic and ginger. Added in our veggies, carrots, bell peppers, snow peas, mushrooms, and bok choy. Then made a sauce from soy sauce, oyster sauce, hoisin sauce, sesame oil, sugar, pepper, and finally cooked our noodles. And inside that process, we added back in our chicken. We added in our sauce that we just made. And then you just added a nice slurry, cornstarch and water.
Yep, and it's already thickened. So this is great. We're gonna turn this off.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna add the noodles and toss it all together, and voila, you
And that's the way you like to do it. You like to bring it all together just to really incorporate everything.
Yeah, so that we have all the flavors just melding together. I mean, you could plate it up. You could put your noodles down and then pour this on top. But I feel like for Asian, we kind of put it all together.
All coming together so
all
nicely.
All coming together. See how beautiful that is? You did a great job stir frying, Jeff.
Come on now.
I'm really proud of you.
I love it. I love stir fries. I really do.
It's quick, it's healthy, and you know, you use whatever you have in house.
I think that's the joy of this one. All right, you ready to plate this up?
Yeah, let's shut this off.
I got you. Okay,
I guess
it's
I
off.
shut off. Let's switch.
I'll slide. We slide this over here.
I just need the
tongs
little
here.
tongs.
Boom.
I'll give that to you. Yeah, so we're gonna plate this up. We'll put up some noodles. See, it's nice coated with their sauce.
See, that's the whole part of it. You need to have that coating because if you don't, you're just gonna have like a dry noodle.
Yeah.
The flavor is just not gonna be right.
Right. It's not like you're doing like spaghetti.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit different. We want all of that sauce.
We want those flavors to be consistent each bite. Yeah, there we go.
So, there we go.
Absolutely beautiful, my friend. Thanks again to Chef Alyson. The recipes for this dish and the wontons from earlier are both at dinnerdeas.com. See you next time with another idea for dinner, or as we call them, Dinner Deas. You ready?
Yeah.